Hello, this is Choresh from Bow&Stern, and today I'd like to demo you our new time budget management Tulip app suite, which reflects an efficient internal time budget management. So let's go through the concept first. So the time budget management solution is an easy to adopt solution, which is a suite of Tulip-based apps for real-time digital updates, monitoring, and management of time budget usages. This solution allows for a proactive management of time budget, increasing efficiency and reducing deviations. Now, the time budget management solution offers multiple deployment options, such as use cases for refrigeration time, maybe also light exposure, stainless steel contact, maybe also fermentation time, and many, many more options. Now, it can also be adapted and extended to any one of your specific needs. So the solution. We've made a solution for a specific use case, which is time out of refrigeration. Obviously, this can be changed for any one of your specific needs. As you can see, there's three apps within this app suite. There's the supervisor app, the operator app, and the wall-mounted app. Let's go through them one by one. The supervisor app is there for the supervisor to help him track data and analysis. It also is there to send low budget alerts to the supervisor so that they can be proactive. And then therefore they can use this app to send alerts to the team whenever they need to. Now there's the operator app, which comes in two versions. One is the mobile and the other is the tablet version. It can be used to confirm movements of goods and either check the budget of specific goods. It also does all the calculations of the budget deductions itself. And when scanning for specific goods, it can either scan via just a scanner or using OCR. And the third app is the wall-mounted app, which is a different concept. It is, as it's called, mounted on the wall outside a specific location, and it confirms movements of goods from when they're coming in that location or leaving the location, and it calculates the budget deductions automatically. Or it can either just be used to check the budgets of specific goods, and then again, it can also either use normal scanning or OCR to scan specific goods. So these are the three apps. We'll now go through them. Okay, we're going to start this demo through the mobile operator app, so that you can see how the operator handles checking specific time budgets for specific materials and goods, and in addition, moving goods from one location to another. So let's take a look. First thing you'll be able to see when we open this app is the two different sections. The first being the check time allocation section, where you can check the specific remaining time allocation for a good. Second section being move material. This is where the operator will be able to move a good from one location to another. So let's take a look at the first one. Here we'll open up the OCR camera so that we can scan a specific material. Let's say this bottle. You'll see that as it scans it, it will extract all the details behind this material. So the current location, the current temperature of that location, and the most important being the remaining time allocation of this good. You'll be able to see it visually as well. So out of the entire allocation this good had, how much it has left. So that's the checking of the time budget. You can also check using the barcode, where you can just scan it and it'll show you all the details again, which is nice and easy. So that was checking the remaining allocation. Now we're going to actually move this good from one location to another. So you can either scan it via OCR or with the barcode. So we're just going to scan with the barcode. First, you scan it. It will retrieve all the details behind this good. And here you can confirm to where you're going to move it. There's three locations currently. Freezer 1, where it's at currently, production line 1, and freezer 2. So we're going to actually want to move it to production line 1 so we can start working with this good. You'll see it's going to show us the temperature of the production line and the execution time of when we're moving. And that's good. So let's move it. Perfect. You can see the material has been moved to location production line 1. Perfect. Now, if we check the material for the good, you'll see that it's currently in production line 1. And you can already see how the time is starting to move off because in the freezer, the time budget doesn't decrease, but in the production line, it does. So you can see that if we check it again, it's going to decrease. So for now, let's move it back to the freezer. And there we go. That's the operator app. Let's move to the wall-mounted app. So the wall-mounted app is, or the fixed position tablet app is there to ease the operation of moving goods from one place to another. It is basically the concept being that the tablet is mounted on the wall outside a specific location, and it is connected to that specific location, so it knows what goods are in the location and what goods are out of that location, so that when I scan a specific material or good, it already tells me whether I need to put it inside the location or out, and it saves me a lot of time. So first things first, we're going to scan the good, and it's already going to retrieve all the data behind it and tell us that we can now remove this handling unit from the freezer. Because it knows that it's inside the freezer. This specific tablet is connected to freezer 1 location. And as soon as we move it out of the freezer, it's going to move it directly to the production line 1 location. Great. Now it's in the production line. You can see it has been removed from the freezer and moved to production line 1. Now, if we scan it again, it's going to ask us to insert it into the freezer because it already knows it's outside of the freezer. And you can see the time has been going down. The time budget has been going down. So now we can confirm this movement again. And there we go. It's moved back into the freezer. So this is here basically to ease the whole movement of goods from one place to another because it can already perform a few steps for the operator. Now let's move on to the supervisor app. Okay, so the final app is the supervisor app, which you can see here. It has a lot of things, so let's go through it slowly. First of all, on the left-hand side of the screen, you're able to see your production line. You can see that in the production line, you have the 3 locations, freezer 1, production line 1, and freezer 2. All of these are clickable. You'll see in a second why. Well, it's mainly for selecting the zone to view the inventory in that selected zone. However, before we go into this, on the right-hand side, you have the minimum remaining allocation by location. So in each location, it will show you the good with the least remaining allocation. So in freezer 1, the material with the least remaining allocation has only 19 minutes left. In production line 1, it has 1 day left. 1 day left in 3 hours. And in freezer 2, it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, there's a few different things here which I need to explain to you. Firstly is the difference in colors. You're able to set up the warning stage. So if it goes down a specific percentage of the total allocation, you can warn the supervisor that it's getting low. And there's also, well, when the time allocation runs out completely, this will send a few messages to the supervisor and to the team. So that's first, but as you can see, there's a big difference between the percentage and the actual remaining allocation. So you have to set it up according to what you want or need. So now let's say theoretically in this stage, this is getting critically low and we want to move it. So first of all, let's actually see that location. As soon as we click that location, it will take us to all the goods in this location. Currently, there's only 1. When we click on it, you can see it's showing us the details behind this good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to want to be proactive and actually take initiation. So we're going to send an alert. And as you can see, it already put all the details of this good down in this message. We can select which warehouse and which team we want to alert. So we're going to select Basel line 1. It's going to show us the site, the team, and the channel. And obviously, we can play around with this message. We can we can say this is critically urgent, or anything you want, but already puts down all the details behind this material so that the people can know what to do and what to select. And also it gives them the link to the operator app so they can quickly open on their phone and move the material. So let's send. Perfect, this was posted. Let's check if this was actually posted. There we go, 12:47, 12:47. It was posted. Perfect. Now let's go back to the home screen. As you can see, this refreshes. The difference between the freezers and production line is that in the production line, the time budget is slowly decreasing. We can see as we refresh it, this should be decreasing. And the final thing you can see with the supervisor app is the all items list, where you can go through all the different items. By the way, just so you know, these are all ordered from least remaining allocation to most remaining allocation, by allocation left, not by percentage. And on top of that, you can filter, so you can only see these materials. So you can filter via the material, the batch ID, or the handling unit ID, or the location, and also send notifications from here. Now, to send notifications or alerts, you have to select a specific good and then press the send alert, and it will already put down all the information here. So that's all from the supervisor app. Let's go back to the presentation. Okay, now that we're finished with the demo, I'd like to remind you a bit about the benefits of time budget management. So first and foremost, there's real-time data collection, meaning you're able to see the budget in real time of every single material around your production line. In addition to that, it also reduces the amount of paperwork being needed to be done. There's also more insights. There's much more data with less amount of work being needed to do. There's also analytics and trends to improve operational efficiency. It allows for an immediate proactive approach. There are low budget alerts for the supervisor. There is integrated communication so that supervisors can communicate with operators to move goods from one location to another if need be. There's automated messages. If a budget is too low, there's an automated message being sent to the supervisor to make sure they're aware. And overall, this optimizes the material usage throughout the production line. And finally, it is very flexible and adaptable. So this time budget management app suite is very flexible and adaptable. It can stand alone as itself. It can also be complementary or integrated to an existing solution. In addition to that, it is very customizable and extendable to any solution or any need that you may have. So that's all for today. See you next time.